Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack fascinating topics, really give you that shortcut to being genuinely well informed. And today, well, we're diving into something incredibly personal and something you feel, really feel every single day, but maybe you rarely consider its deeper, more ancient purpose. Okay, let's unpack this. We were talking about human emotion. Our deep dive today comes from excerpts from the evolutionary purpose of human emotion. And our mission, really, is to get past just what emotions feel like and explore why they evolved. What do they actually do for us? What if these powerful feelings aren't just, well, fleeting states, but fundamental tools, super sophisticated ones that actually shaped our existence?
That's exactly it. That's the core idea from the source material, really. Emotions, when you look at them through an evolutionary lens, well, they're thought to exist simply because they helped us survive, our species, I mean. Think of them almost like ancient software programs, hardwired in. When one gets triggered, it doesn't just create a feeling inside you. No, it instantly directs a whole cascade of things. Your attention, how you perceive the world around you, even what memories you lock in, and of course, your physical movements, your expressions. It's all part of the package. Like our body's built-in operating system, fine-tuned for survival.
Wow, that idea of emotions as programs is really powerful. Okay, so let's take a big one. Fear. We all know fear. How does that work as a survival program according to the source? Beyond just the feeling of being scared.
Fear is, it's a fantastic example, a really visceral one. Imagine our ancestors way back. A sudden threat appears, maybe a predator. There's just no time for, conscious thought weighing options. The fear program just clicks on. Instantly. And what does it do? It makes us hyper-attentive.
Right.
Laser-focused, you could say, right on the threat, like a spotlight.
It cuts out everything else.
Exactly. And it primes the body for intense action, the whole fight or flight thing. That's the program flooding you with adrenaline, changing blood flow, making you faster, stronger, more reactive. And this is crucial. It makes you remember that specific scary event much, much more vividly than, say, what you had for lunch.
So it burns the lesson in.
Precisely. It engraves that avoid this lesson deep in your memory. And it just makes perfect evolutionary sense, doesn't it? The individuals whose fear programs were quick and effective, well, they were more likely to survive and pass those effective programs down through their genes.
Okay, that definitely clicks for fear. Immediate danger, immediate response. But what about other emotions? Things like anger, maybe, that can feel pretty destructive sometimes. Or even, positive emotions. Joy, contentment. How do they fit this survival picture?
Great question, because it's not just about immediate threats. The idea is that every core emotion likely had some kind of ancient survival function. Take anger. Yeah, it could go wrong in modern life for sure. But evolutionarily, it's often linked to self-preservation, protecting your resources, maybe your offspring. Showing anger might deter a rival or even scare off a predator in some contexts. Or it could energize you, mobilize you to fight for something vital, overcome an obstacle.
So it's like a pushback program.
Sort of, yeah. A program for overcoming challenges or deterring threats. And then you have the positive emotions. Joy, contentment, even curiosity. They might seem less urgent than fear or anger, but they're just as vital from this perspective. The source suggests they're basically our ancient reward system. Think about that feeling of joy, maybe after a successful hunt, finding good food, or bonding with your group. It reinforces those behaviors.
Makes you want to do them again.
Exactly. Behaviors that lead to good outcomes, survival, connection, reproduction. Curiosity, too, that drives exploring, learning about the environment, finding new resources, safer places. What's really fascinating here, the core takeaway, is that regardless of how they feel or activate, the thinking is every major emotion we have is there because it helped us adapt. It helped us survive those ancient challenges, both physical and social.
So the big so what is really profound then. If these emotional programs hadn't given us a real, tangible survival edge back then, they likely wouldn't be part of our makeup now. They just wouldn't have been selected for over millennia. Wow, okay. This knowledge really gives you a completely new lens for looking at your everyday feelings, doesn't it? They're not just random noise. They're like echoes. These incredibly old, sophisticated survival tools playing out right now in our lives today.
And, well, that does raise a pretty important question, maybe something for you, the listener, to mull over. If our emotions are these deeply rooted survival programs designed for challenges from ancient times, how well do these sort of evolutionary blueprints work now? How do they function? Or maybe even misfire sometimes in our complex modern world.
Right.
Where the threats are often not physical predators, but maybe a stressful email or a traffic jam.
That primal jolt to your gut.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Are those ancient programs trying to solve problems that, well, don't involve a saber-toothed tiger anymore? And how does that deep wiring influence your daily life today? It's something to think about.